Hey guys, how's everybody doing? It is August 20th today. It's 3 days to my birthday. That's going to be the highest point I have in this whole video. So, um, it's 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 a tough day. It's a lot on my mind. There's a lot of things. Just stressful, very stressful. Stuff that makes me upset, makes me sad. I don't know. I just feel like the world doesn't want to be saved, it doesn't want, because no one is willing to do that. No one's willing to say, you know what, let's stop, let's figure things out. No one is willing to do that. And until we can get to that point, we're screwed. We are screwed. I'm not sugarcoating it at all. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's just everything in this life is so screwed up. It's blood boiling. I'm serious. It really, we've moved away from the things that are supposed to be the way it is. Like respect for women, that's out the window. The class system, that's out the window. People not caring about other people, that's out the window. Just treating people with respect in general, that's out the window. Riots in the streets, that's another thing. And security up the wazoo, which is doesn't solve anything. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't think anything's working at this point, and it's not going to. It's until we can finally put the money to the side and actually talk about real crap, things aren't going to get done. It's not. Money is the source of all the BS that's going on right now, and I'm serious. It is. Without a doubt, it is. And to me, money is not important, and it never will be. I don't see money as anything of value. I really don't. I really don't. It shouldn't be. Because once you get too deep down the money hole, you start getting greedy and you start buying stupid crap and I just, it's stupid. Money is ridiculous. It turns people. It really does. Gives them too much power. It just, because people now, and I know people say, Jake, but not everybody's like this. I understand not everyone is like this, but a good amount probably is. They think, oh, if I have millions of dollars, I'm better than you. That's that's messed up. It's screwed up, man. I don't ever want to be like that. I never will be like that. I won't let it get to that point. Because, with me, I'm everything that this world isn't. I'm everything the world freaking should be, you know? I have respect for women. I treat everyone with, if they treat me with respect, I treat them with respect. I honor what people say to me. I'm understanding, which most jobs are not. They have no soul. And it's just, jobs too, man. Jobs are just, it's like there's two types of jobs in this world at this point. One is either it's too strict and you can't do anything, or two, you're selling something. That's pretty much all there is right now. And I'm in both of those positions. I've been in both those situations. Job starts out good, you have to sell something, I'm out of there. I don't believe at shoving something in someone's face. I really don't. It makes me sad, guys. It's just, it doesn't work. It's not working, and no one's willing to go out and fix it. And people say, Jake, why don't you do it? I'm only one guy. It's gonna take a lot of people. I know. One person's not gonna change anything. I go on the street right now, I'm not gonna make a difference, there needs to be a movement and a revolution, man. We need to come together and just figure this crap out. But no one's willing to do that. No one wants to save it. They want to keep the riots. They want to keep the increased security. They want to just disrespect people, but I'm refusing to be a part of that. I'm not a part of that. I have respect for women. I treat people with respect. I am open to what anyone's opinion is. I'm open to anyone's belief. I don't shoot anybody else down, no matter what they believe in. That's not my place. It's not. I don't think it's anybody's place at this point. Because in that regard, I want to say this. I don't know this for a fact. Don't quote me on any of this. But in general, the Bible itself, we're not supposed to force religion on people. It's the thing. It's okay. Like there's stuff in the Bible, like the Ten Commandments that you're supposed to follow. Yes. Okay. Okay. But it doesn't make sense. It's like if someone believes different than you, I see people like shoot them down. You have no right to shoot that person down. You're not Jesus, you're not God, so just stop. Just stop. No one on this earth has any right to shun anybody for anything. I really don't think so, especially religion. We should not shun people because they believe this and not this. We shouldn't shun people because they're a different religion than we are. We have no right to do that. We don't. And I will say that till the day I die. No person on this earth has any right to say I'm right and you're wrong. To anything. To anything. Because none of us know. You don't know, and I don't know. We're a stalemate. Stalemate. The only person who does know isn't really going to tell us flat out, that this is exactly what I want. Even though there's plenty of times where we really want to hear it, and just, it's not going to happen, He talks to everyone through different ways, and his opinion is what matters. We could say anything, like, you're wrong because you believe this and not this. We have no right. We have no right to say that because he has the final word in that. And we don't know what he's thinking. We don't know what he's thinking. And I'm sick of that. I'm really sick of it, It's like, I'm Lutheran, but there's things that I don't follow, just like everybody else. We don't follow it to a T. No one does. Even a pastor doesn't, we don't follow it. There's stuff where we fall off, and we shouldn't get shunned down by it. Failure is not a bad thing. It really isn't. And it's like, I'm a Lutheran, but I believe in gay marriage. I think that should be hands down. We have no right to say that we can't because of the Bible. I don't believe that. I really don't. And I know that butt hurts a lot of people. I understand. He's pissed, yes. But here's the thing with me on this. Here's the thing. Hear me out. The thing that I think is that it's in the Bible that shouldn't happen. Yes. But if it does happen, okay, God gave us free will. So there's that. We'll leave that over here. Okay. He said that we can't, and that's bad. Okay. Well, if someone chooses that path, they're taking their free will and choosing that path. It might not be something he's pleased with, no, probably not, but he's not going to shun someone and bring them down for being happy with someone of the same sex. I don't think he'd shoot someone down, like, stop being happy. Like, what? What? No. He's probably not happy with it, but he's happy for them, He's not happy with the choice, but he's happy with the outcome. I don't believe there's people out there that say, oh, it's just bad, and if you do it, you're terrible. I don't think so. I think everyone should have a right to marry someone else. No matter what it is. You can marry your stupid dog. I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares what it is? Why does it affect us? It doesn't affect anybody. It really doesn't. We're still here, unfortunately. The world is still killing itself like it always is, Gay marriage is legalized in Minnesota. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I hope it does everywhere, And that's the thing we don't get. Guys, we're still here. We're still here. The world didn't end. People didn't get shot with lightning from somewhere, It's cool. It's cool. So just chill out, man. Chill out. Gay marriage should be legal. It shouldn't. We shouldn't frown upon it. we shouldn't push it to the side. To me, I don't care. I think everybody has an equal right to marriage. Hands down. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what your feelings are. I really don't, because it's not going to change me. It's not. You can say wherever you want to say it. I'll listen. I'm not going to take it, you know. in one ear out the other, you know. Just no one's opinion can change mine, you know. That's the thing we need to respect of people. You may not be happy with someone's decision, but you shouldn't shoot them down for it. You shouldn't say to their face, you know, no, that's wrong. Because no one's right, you know. Am I right for believing that? I don't know. I really don't, you know. And it's like my morals, you know. I respect everyone. I don't care what sex they are, what race or religion or like what the relationship status is, or I don't see anybody like that. I don't label people. I really don't. I just see them as a human being. We're all humans. I don't it's too many labels. There's too many labels. There's only one label that matters, and that's human. And I see everybody as that. I don't care what you do. I don't care how high up in the government you are. I really don't. This doesn't matter anything to me. You're just as good as everyone else. You know, no matter how high you get. And that's the point that I will never take. I don't care what it is. I really don't. I don't feel like I should. It's not what I believe in. It goes against like my morals, you know, and I think the class system is completely screwed. I don't think we should. That shit should have happened years and years and years and years ago. We shouldn't even made something like that. That was a terrible idea. That just divided people even more. You know? Let's make a class system where everybody's divided by income and the people at the top are just going to be super greedy with themselves. And then they're going to push the middle class down, so they're going to stay where they are so they don't rise up against the high class and the low class. Who cares about them? Because they're on the bottom. We don't need to help them. Gosh, just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. People have no respect for anybody these days. I respect people. There's people who are assholes. Sure, I'm gonna be asshole to you. You know, that's he was asking for it. You know, but if you treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect. You know, and we need to respect people, man. And the thing I tell a lot of people is like, I know this is like a 20-minute rant, but I need to get this out. You know, there's a lot on my mind right now, and I need to let this go. And the thing I really tell people is how I live my life is I'm very open-minded. I don't cut anybody down, regardless of what it is. I don't push people aside because they believe different than I do. I have no right to do that. I'm not controlling their life. I shouldn't be in control of their life. That's their life. And another thing I believe too is I don't believe in titles. I don't believe in occupations. I don't believe because I believe these just divide us more. They're not bringing everyone together. Like I gotta tell people this all the time. I say I'm serious. I do. I have no problem doing this, and I don't think anyone else should, because you're just feeding the fire. You know, you really are. And no matter what you do, if you're a boss, a parent, an elderly person, a child, it doesn't give you any right to be an asshole. It doesn't. You have no right. And no one has any right to be an asshole. And I hate those people. They're like, oh, well, I'm old. I should. No. No. No, you shouldn't. Because that's what's screwed up with this world, man. The people that think they're entitled to so much stuff. I'm old. I should deserve this. I'm a child. They should be left alone with that. I'm a parent. I have this. Like, take all that, throw it away. Throw that crap out. That is not the way this is going to work. Everyone is going to be on the same level. No one's going to be entitled to anything. We're all going to be the same, you know? Everyone has the same rights as everyone else. Just because you're old doesn't give you a right above anybody else. It doesn't. It really doesn't. And I hate those people that say that. Well, they're old. So? What difference does that make? You know, you might call me an asshole, but I'm serious. People run with that shit all the time, man. I see it constantly. Constantly they think they deserve so much more. You know, and I think Social Security's getting cut, and I think that's terrible. You know, and it's like two sides of the same coin. You know, and but you can't abuse it. You know, and I hate those parents that this is the worst. This upsets me. That I was telling someone that their parent was like yelling at them for something because they screwed up, but they don't want to admit that. You know, they're not taking the consequence, they're forcing it on someone else. And I pretty much said, you know, stand up to them. Stand up. Do it. And they said to me, like anyone would, it's your parent or mom and dad. I'm like, I don't care who it is. It does not give them a right to be an asshole. It doesn't. I believe that we shouldn't yell at our kids. We shouldn't beat our kids. There are so many other ways of helping them rather than screaming in their face, not taking actions for yourself. First off, do that. That pisses me off. If you screwed up, say it. Say I messed up. It's not you, it's me. I messed up. But people aren't willing to do that. They really don't want to take the consequence themselves. They want to throw it on someone else. Stop that crap. You know, it's just stand up, man. I don't care who it is. No one has any right to be a dick or an asshole or to be above anybody else because of a certain situation. It's not like that, guys, and it's frustrating. It is that people think they're entitled to so much stuff because they're a certain age or they make a certain amount of money or they're in a certain type of job or I don't listen to any of that crap. I tell you straight up what I think. I don't care. Imagine I don't give a shit. Who cares? You know, I don't think people should be beat down by jerks, you know. People get bullied around because they're on the lowest part of the totem pole, you know? I don't think there should be a effing totem pole. Shouldn't be anything like that, you know? If I was in a job, I wouldn't want to be a manager or a boss or a supervisor or like I mean, I am at my church, but I'm with them. You know, I'm not just like never there and just don't help at all. I'm in there with them. You know, I'm helping them. I don't really put myself in that role. You know, I get everyone involved. You know, and that's the thing with like a boss in retail. Oh God, that's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. Because what they do is when they get up there, they just sit around. They don't help their employees. They don't give a shit about the employees. They only care about numbers and. God. Oh God, this is just. And I want to be that. You know where I want to be? Right where I am. Right in the majority of everyone. You know, I want to work with them. I don't want them to think I'm above them because I have a certain title. I don't want them to think that. You know, I'm doing the same amount of work as you are. You know, um, businesses need to quit with this money bullshit and making numbers and people are so blinded by these numbers and they try and save themselves, which is so funny. Once again, they never take responsibility for their actions. Like at my job, happens all the time. Happens all the time, man, all the time. What they'll do is to cover their ass, they'll take one of us and make them help them so they don't fall. That doesn't seem logical. If I was a manager, I'd take the hit. Say we didn't have anybody, It didn't get done. Life moves on. The business moves on. You're good. Good to go. I'd rather have someone be honest with me than lie to me, you know? And I can't stand that crap. Can't stand when they do that. Don't put us on a place because you don't have anyone to fill the spot. You don't take someone from a different department. Don't do that. Just because you didn't schedule someone, you're going to take someone from mine? No. It's... I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand. And retail needs to stop worrying about their numbers and about their employees. That's what needs to happen. How about you go down to the source of the people who are actually getting you those numbers? Acknowledge those people. You know, boost those people up. You know, if you do a good job, you should acknowledge them. You know, he used to be an old manager of ours. He was a dick. He was terrible. God, he's terrible. Didn't acknowledge anybody. Cause let's say that here's the situation. We grad sale season comes around every year. It's around like April or May, give or take. We get slammed. I mean, slammed. Furniture everywhere, stuff's piling up. I mean, it gets crazy, right? It gets crazy. And it was on a weekend. He was there. He closed with us, and we worked our asses off. Worked our ass off. Got everything cleaned up. It was a mess. It took hours to get all the furniture organized and put out, or actually get in a space where you could walk outside. And as we're getting to leave, it was me and a couple other guys. I can't remember. I don't know who it was, but this upset me. All the work we did, and we cleaned up that back room like spotless almost, and it took us forever. And the one thing he said at the very end, we reached our sales numbers. Oh my God. Didn't even acknowledge us. Didn't even acknowledge the work that we did. You only cared that we made a certain amount of money? Get him out of here. Screw him, man. I'm glad he's not there. Screw that guy. Screw him. They actually moved him up. Oh my goodness, it's terrible. You be an asshole, you move up in the world, right? Oh, God, it's terrible. Can't stand those people. Enough of the numbers. I don't even listen to it. When you get a certain amount of carts, and it's always like some obscure number, like something you can never reach. And you need to get 50? Are you freaking serious? What? Sorry, we don't actually have robots working yet, so you're going to have to hold off on that number. To me, I think let's do 30. Seems pretty reasonable. Do 15 in the morning. Do 10 at night or so. Or maybe even 20, you know? Go above the goal. Show we can, and then what they'll do is they'll raise it because we're capable of it. It's this life, man. It's so many things are screwed up, and I know I shouldn't dwell on it, but it makes me sad that we've gone to the point where we don't care about others, only by ourselves, and we don't respect others' beliefs or ideals or the way someone feels about someone else. Or like income, we just throw that out the window. We think if we have more, we deserve more, and that's not the way it should work. And it's screwed up, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't at this point. It's anybody's guess at this point, and guess I can just keep doing what I'm doing, trying to get by through all the crap and everything else. Even though I refuse to be like that. I refuse to be like that. I don't want to dumb down to those people. There's nothing anyone can say that'll change the way I believe or view different things. Like, I will always believe in gay marriage. I will always believe in pro-choice. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing anyone can say to me. I believe that's right. I believe everyone has an equal opportunity to who they should marry, regardless of anything else. And with pro-choice too, and with abortion and stuff, I'm always gonna be pro-choice. Women should always have that choice. I know there's going to be people that abuse it, but I'd rather them have the choice than not have no voice at all, you know? And I believe it should be up to the woman who's actually having the kid, God forbid, and the doctor. That's their business. The government should not be sticking their crap in other people's business. Just, so two main things I will not budge on. And I won't budge on the government's corrupt people. They're screwing everybody. There's nothing you can tell me. I've made up my mind a long time ago. I've seen countless things that move in my favor, and I'm not budging, man. I'm my own person. You can't change me. No one has any right to change anybody else. We don't change. We just put on a different mask, and that is the truth. That's what I've done. You know, I've did that my whole life, and I screwed myself. I will admit, I screwed myself. I put myself in a terrible position. I missed a lot of opportunities because of it. Threw a lot of relationships out and pushed my family out. Pushed my brothers, my best friends out, and everybody. Almost lost everything. I almost got kicked out of my house more than once because of the choices I made, you know. But am I going to hide behind something? No. I will be repaying that my whole life, you know, with my depression and stuff. That's where it came from, you know. That was me. You know, the genes were always the genetics were always there that I had it, but I was the one who brought it out in the light, you know. That was me. That was no one else, you know. I did that, and I have to pay it back, you know, and I will. And it's taken me a very long time to get to the point where I am now. A lot of hard work, a lot of therapy, a lot of just talking stuff out with different people, you know, trying to understand and get on the level that I need to be. And I can finally say that I'm very close, you know. I'll never really get over that hill. I don't think I ever will. But at least I can get my head over, you know, and just cope with that. And we all have masks. We all do. We all have different ones. I've worn them for a long time. I shouldn't have. I was always the shy kid. Never wanted to talk, ask a question. Just wanted to get through the day. If they didn't care. But I've changed. I've changed the person that says people should stand up to whoever it is. I've changed. Life has told me this. I've been through different scenarios. I think you need to stand up. Teacher, parent, boss, doesn't matter who, stand up. Tell them what you think. You have every right to tell them what you think. And does this mean yell? No. No, it doesn't mean yell. It means talking to them, being assertive, telling them what you think, and backing yourself up with certain things. And I really think we need to do that. We need to stand up for ourselves. You know, we shouldn't let people beat us down, no matter who it is. And there was someone who told me that about the parent thing. I said just stand up to them and stuff, and they said, Jake, you would never talk to your parents that way. And I said, I have done it. And do I regret it? Of course I do. I did it the wrong way. I didn't do it the way I'm telling you guys that we should do it. I did it by yelling, back talking, stuff like that, and it didn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work that way. I did it the completely wrong way. But you should be able to stand up, you know, because once again, I don't know. I'm not a parent, but whenever I have kids and they come to me, I want them to stand up, you know, because you know what that tells me? That they believe in themselves, that they're not afraid to speak their opinion, no matter if it's me or Mariah or anybody, you know. It shows me that they have courage. They're brave, you know. They believe in themselves. They believe what they think. They're not afraid to tell me what they think. And I think we need to take some from that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to speak out. You know? Will there people not understand? Of course. People are stupid, you know. And But do it. Speak your mind. Don't be afraid to just come out and say, "Hey, no, that's wrong." Because one of these times, many times, you're going to save somebody. You will. And Mitch saved me. He saved me. That's for damn sure. And every day I think about that and how I thank him and stuff. And he saved me. He was that guy who stood up to me. And this was the kid that we grew up together. We're pretty much brothers. I trust him with everything I have and more. One of the closest people I have in my life. We're very similar, very similar. The only thing that really separates us is he's more of the science oriented, I'm more of the music kind of hippie laid back. We both have depression and anxiety, we both connect with each other. And when I was going through that rough 7 months of just pushing, not caring everyone out. And way before this, he was always one I could depend on. He would always understand. He would always see my side. But in that point, he didn't. He stood up to me. He stood up to me. He didn't care if I was his brother or cousin. I call him my brother, like I call Ryan and Brad brothers. We're all close. He didn't care if it was me. You know, he saw something was wrong and he took the initiative. And for him to come out and say that to me, that is huge. That is huge for him. And every day I think of how happy I am that he did that. Because that woke me up, and I think people need that. People need to be woken up from stuff. If they're going down a wrong path, tell them. Help them out. Don't let them go. And I was the one I'm going to push everybody out, and I did. I did. Lost everything. Just what I wanted. Everything I wanted came to me right, is what he said. Everything. Lost it all. The one person that I thought was always going to be there, always would understand, was not. And I'm really glad that he wasn't. Because if we wouldn't have gone on that walk, just the two of us, if he never confronted me about my choices, I wouldn't, who knows where I'd be. And Ryan and I would never met. We would have never met each other. None of this stuff would have happened. I probably would have still been in that relationship. Just getting beat down and controlled by. I threw everything away for that one person. Threw it all away. I will never do that again. I never have. I never will. That showed me what one person's capable of. And it's astounding what someone can do. And with all the people that have depression or anxiety, it's just, we need those people in our lives. The people that we find close to us that just help, that just there. Even if it's just to listen. Even if it's just to say, hey, I need to talk to you. And it's like, be that person in someone's life. Because I had that person. That person was Mitch. And I'm fucking glad I had him. Because I didn't really have anybody, I pushed everyone out. And I'm glad he was there. Because he didn't need to say that. I didn't make him say that. That was him. That was all him. And a day goes by that I can't keep thanking him. And because he's the one that when we go to like get back to like therapy and stuff, I was already going through it, and of course, but they weren't understanding. My family wasn't understanding. The two families were divided. One liked me and then one didn't, so I was stuck in the middle. And thought therapy would help, thought they would see my side. I'm really glad they didn't. Because I was the one who was being lied to. I was the liar. I was saying that I'm worthless, was my purpose. I'm not doing any good. I'm just hurting people. why am I like this? And I was lying to myself. I was the liar. And he was the one that brought me out of that. He made me go back. I wanted to go back to therapy again, start talking to my therapist again, and just sorting stuff out, with him and with the therapist, and working, constantly working on stuff. And I'd go back like every couple weeks, and he'd ask, "How are things?" And I said, "Well, I had some tough times, and we talk through it. We said what happened, and we speak through it, and it helps, guys. It does. I'm not saying everyone needs a therapist. No, I'm just saying you need someone that's like that, that you can come to, and you say, "Hey, can I talk to you? I need to just tell you something," and just work it out with them. Don't push them. Let them come to you. Because they will, and you have to be the one to just listen, sit and listen. Only they'll ask you for advice when they need it. They just need you to be there to listen. Can't thank you enough, Mitch. I'm beside myself. I am, and it's just you've done so much for me, and you pulled me out of that crappy relationship, and I'm really glad you did. And because I would have never met Mariah, I would have never stuff never would have happened, man. Never would happen. I wouldn't have met anybody, Mary, Mariah, any any of those people. And they're all wonderful people. I would have never met them, and just I'd be still stuck in my God only knows. But I would have never been led to Mariah. I would have never whatever made it even close. And I'm so glad you did. I'm thankful beyond words that I'm at the place where I am now. I can finally say that I'm coping with this stuff. That's big for me to say. I don't usually come out and say this, but I'm coping with it. I found my ways that I can. If I get down, I have ways that I can come back. I kind of just seclude myself for a while, just kind of just think, listen to music, and just take it one step at a time, and it helps. And I encourage people to do that. If even if you don't have depression or anxiety or anything, if there's ever a time where you just feel so stressed, just say I need a second. And just go somewhere and just think, talk it out. And it does help. It really does, and it helps. Trust me.